Today, on Guess What I Found Out, we're diving back into feline territory, because apparently 5 warnings about cat behavior released back on March 11th of 2025 was not nearly enough, and your cats have filed a formal complaint with additional evidence attached. That's right, Curious George. We are going even deeper into the things you need to stop doing to your cat, because the scratches keep appearing on your forearms, and somehow your cat still looks personally offended by your existence every single morning. Real quick, last video we found out Tyrannosaurus Rex was covered in feathers, meaning the most terrifying predator in history was basically a 7-ton angry chicken. Keep that chicken in mind, because today's subject is the modern house-sized version of that same energy. Except this one sleeps in a sunbeam, and still somehow makes you feel small. Now, if you watched our original rap sheet on this topic, welcome back, and also do not skip that one, because we are not repeating ourselves here. We are adding to the list, including some bad advice that has floated around out there for years. Think of this as the sequel that fixes a couple of plot holes. First, let's revisit the tiny tuxedo problem, but with better science this time. Cats rely on their whiskers and the nerve endings at the base of their fur to map out the world around them, and covering that up with fabric is essentially sensory earmuffs on an animal that survives by reading tiny changes in air current. Some cats genuinely do not mind a sweater, especially hairless breeds like Sphinx cats who actually need help staying warm. So this is not a universal ban. It is a know your specific cat kind of situation. If your cat freezes up, flops sideways, or speed walks backward the second fabric touches their spine, that is your answer. And no, that is not the funny walk you think it is. That is a distress signal. Unlike us naked apes, who wear clothes as a baseline requirement, cats already come with a built-in weather system. So before you dress them up, watch how they actually move in it, not just how they look in the photo. Next, the toleration tax, otherwise known as forced affection. You know, cats are pretty famous for setting the terms of contact, and there's actually real science behind why they suddenly bite the hand that was just petting them. It's called overstimulation. Basically, their nervous system hits a threshold and flips a switch from please continue to abort mission immediately. Watch the tail and watch the ears. If the tail starts twitching like a metronome and the ears rotate backward like tiny satellite dishes, that's your 2-minute warning. Not an invitation for one more squeeze. The healthiest version of this relationship lets the cat initiate contact and, well, lets the cat end it too. Which, I know, sounds like a lot of work for a snuggle. But that is the deal you signed up for the moment you adopted a small dictator with fur. While we are on the subject of consequences, do not forget to like this video, because statistically, cats can sense hesitation. Moving on to the fear tax, which is punishment. Yelling, spray bottles or worse do not teach your cat what you think they teach. They just teach your cat that you are unpredictable and possibly dangerous, which frankly ruins the whole roommate vibe you were going for. Cats do not process delayed punishment the way dogs sometimes appear to, so by the time you catch them and react, they have already mentally moved on to their next crime. And all you have done is convince them you might snap at any moment, for reasons they simply cannot identify. If correction is necessary, a firm voice in the moment, followed by redirection to an acceptable surface, works far better than a full reenactment of your worst day. Here is where it gets stranger and, well, slightly more dangerous, because now we are talking about the cucumber conspiracy. Yes, the videos of cats leaping 4 feet in the air at the sight of a cucumber are objectively hilarious to us, but veterinary behaviourists have gone on record saying this is a genuine fear response, not a comedy bit. And you know, repeated pranks like this can damage your cat's trust in you specifically, along with whatever room or feeding spot the prank happened in. Startled cats can also injure themselves scrambling to escape, so the same energy you are putting into staging a viral moment could just as easily go into a laser pointer or a $5 toy. And your cat would probably vote for that option if surveyed. Speaking of doing this for the algorithm, let's revisit exploiting your cat for content, because there is an important update. Forcing your cat into costumes, tight spaces, or repeated startling situations purely for a video does measurable damage to their stress levels over time, and stressed cats are more prone to urinary issues, appetite changes, and general household chaos. So that viral clip might be costing you a vet bill later. Now for the heavy hitter. We already covered declawing in the original rap sheet, but here is the update because the conversation has moved since then. Multiple veterinary organizations now describe onychectomy plainly as an amputation of the last bone in each toe, not a trim, an amputation. And several states have banned the elective version entirely in just the last couple of years. It remains linked to chronic pain, litter box avoidance and increased biting because, well, when you remove a cat's primary defense mechanism, they compensate with the only weapon they have left. Scratching posts, regular nail trims and soft nail caps solve the furniture problem without turning your cat into a permanently altered patient. Let's lighten the mood with something you probably have sitting on your kitchen counter right now, the aromatherapy ambush. Essential oil diffusers might smell like a spa day to you, but cats lack a specific liver enzyme that breaks down the compounds found in oils like tea tree, eucalyptus and citrus, which means what relaxes you can quietly poison them through their skin, their lungs, or their own grooming routine. If you love your diffuser, keep it in a room your cat cannot access. Ever. No exceptions. Not even for 5 minutes. And remember that plug-in warmers and scented candles carry a smaller version of the same risk. So when in doubt, unscented is the safer flex. Similarly, the bouquet booby trap deserves a mention, because lilies, the popular kind you get in bouquets, are catastrophically toxic to cats. Every single part of the plant, the pollen, even the water in the vase. And just a small nibble can cause fatal kidney failure within days. If someone hands you a lily bouquet and you own a cat, that bouquet needs to leave the house immediately, no vase required. And it would not hurt to do a quick check of your other houseplants either, because tulips, pothos, and a surprising number of trendy leafy decorations are not exactly cat-friendly roommates. And finally, the bathroom monopoly, because this one is boring, but it will save your carpet. Veterinary guidelines recommend 1 litter box per cat, plus 1 extra. So a single cat household still needs 2 boxes, not 1, because cats view a dirty or contested box as a legitimate threat to their dignity, and they will simply go find a better bathroom, which is often your laundry pile. Spread the boxes out across different rooms too, because 2 boxes shoved next to each other in the same corner basically counts as 1 giant box in your cat's mind, and that defeats the entire purpose. So there you have it, Curious George, 8 more ways you might be unknowingly declaring war on your own cat, on top of the 5 we already covered, because apparently a house cat generates an almost unlimited amount of material for this channel. If you have not already, go back and watch our original rap sheet, because a handful of those earlier tips and these new ones cover completely different ground, and together they make up the closest thing to a full survival manual your cat will never thank you for reading. Like this video, follow the channel, and go check on your cat right now, because after everything we just covered, they are rightly judging you. See you there, Curious George.